Okay, welcome everybody. I am here to announce the newest designer on iStencils, Joan Smithies, and a coupon code for a big sale at iStencils.com. So, hey Z, are you seeing me the text backwards, Sandra? Or are you seeing it right? I don't know what is wrong with this, that I'm having troubles every time I start up with this. Hey, Kathy, it's all good there. Okay, then I'll look at, it's backwards for me. So I'll look at the Manicam window, which is the correct way, and lay that over. Okay. Hey, Gail, Eileen, Josie. Welcome, everybody. I'm waiting for the star of the show to show up. Where's Joan? Hey, CB. Hey, Debbie. Vicki, everybody's trickling in. Hi, Linda. Mitz. I wonder. Hey, Dot, did Joan oversleep? Hey, Pat. There she is. Joan Smith with a K, Crafterholic on Facebook, and a dear friend. And she is the newest designer on iStencils. So I'm going to get right to it. Here's the deal this time. Introducing Joan's new line of stencils. There, you'll find them. Oh gosh, what is wrong with it? It looks like everything's in slow motion here. You guys seeing that all right? You'll find Joan's stencils on iStencils under my tab, Patti Parrish. And they'll have a JS and the designation with her name. Hers are all first on that tab because hers are the newest. They just put them there because Joan's associated a friend of mine, and it's an easier place to find them rather than trying to sort through their other 3,800 stencil designs. So you can find Joan's stencils under Patti Parrish tab. And the promo code is Joan25, and that gets you 25% off your entire purchase. Now, that's not just for Joan's stencils and my stencils. That's for the entire iStencil website. So if you can't find what you want in almost 4,000 stencils, you shouldn't be shopping. At least not for stencils. And iStencils is very generous with their sales that they offer. I don't know of any other stencil company that actually offers sales like this. So 25% off the entire store, your entire purchase. Orders over $50 get a free design of mine, which is this stencil here. It's really cool. It's kind of 3D-ish. Hey, Jean, Josie, Kimberly, Kat, whoever else joined there. I'm trying to watch me if I get this centered in the screen. In addition to the free stencil, if you spend $50, you get free shipping in the US for orders of $50 or more. And if you spend $75, you get a $10 gift certificate to use toward a future purchase. Hey, Nancy, Denise. Hello, guys. So there you go. Joan25, iStencils.com. This is sale runs from today through Sunday the 16th at midnight Eastern. So let's get right to it, shall we? So this is the freebie. I'll demo that later. They were my props. Just looking at the chat to see who all's in here. I'll go through showing you Joan's designs, and then we'll get to playing with these rascals. Joan, guys. Hey, Jen. Joan used to cut her own stencils and still does at home on her own machines, by hand, her own designs on her own computer. And everybody kept saying, what's her website? Where does she sell her stencils? Well, she didn't. Now she does. So anybody that's ever asked me for Joan stencils, here you go. So this one is her number 4 JS004 called Split Ovals. That's a cool design. They're all cool designs, actually. Hey, Shauna. I got them all kind of spread out here. This one is called Dream Catchers. Trying to put them over black so you can see them. This one is called Sun, Stars, and Comets. I like that celestial stuff. And who doesn't like a good circle pattern? But this is different. Yet still kind of circles. Stencil of rings. The hardest part is naming them, isn't it, Joan? Whew. I hate that part. Where's Paula? She used to always tell me the makeup names for mine. This one's called Junctions. I love this kind of stencil. This open with different curves and abstracty kind of designs. And this one is Tribal Jigsaw. Pretty cool. This one is called Tribal Zigs and Maze. This one is, I'm trying to find the names on here, Tribal Squares. This one is Bobs and Bits. Bubble Circles. That's pretty cool. If you look at it just right, you can see like spirals and what are they called? The swirls, but there's a different name. Flourishes. Hey, Josie. I know, right? She's like robbing everybody blind. But if you're going to get robbed, you might as well do it at 25% off. Bits and bobs, I know. Well, Joan is from England, you know. Curves and circles. Love that. Hey, Sharon. This one is Tribal Geometric. Love that. Tribal Drawing. They kind of look like eyes or suns, or you could use those for different things. Very versatile. And this one is called Chained. And then she's got some circular ones, some round ones. Look at all these different designs in here. This one is called, oh, wait a minute, they're out of order. They're numbered. Shapes and circles. Hang on. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. This one's called Shapes and Circles 2. But if you notice what she did, she's very smart. She gave you a design on the outside too, so that you could use that as a little mask. And it's not just a solid design or just a blank edge to it. She actually gave you some texture there too. So that's pretty cool. And then this is another one, Shapes and Circles. But look at the edge of this one. There's all kind of possibilities of stuff out here. Waves and maybe little mountains, ranges over on this side. All kind of good stuff in there. And then this one is called Doily Variety. Got all kind of little shapes in there. And you know what? Something this simple, this line and these slots here, that is so useful for so many things when you're using a stencil. It truly is. So I have other things to demo here tonight, but I think I'm going to save those for another night because I'm going to be streaming tomorrow at 9 and Saturday at 11 a.m. All these times are Eastern, 11 a.m. And then they are it's 2 p.m. on Sunday. Jen, I see you asked me why they're under my name. They say on here, Sherry wanted to add Joan under my heading so her stencils were easier found. And they say PTP Stencils by Joan Smithies on there. And Joan gets the numbers are JS 012 or whatever. Joan gets the commission off of those. I get nothing. They're just easier to find under my heading. So that's why. That's the why. Trying to make it easier. So I have some other ones. I got some badass stencils. I got a Danielle Donaldson one. I got some regular iStencil brands, Mandelas, a variety of, they're called Mandelas, but they're squares, but different ones, geometric things. So we'll save these for another day because there's just too many here to do. I'm just going to stay on for a couple hours tonight because Mr. Oakley is upstairs patiently awaiting me in his crate because his daddy's not home. So I have a list of things that I wanted to do to play with to show you different ways to use these and how the designs look. So if anybody along the way wants to see a certain one demonstrated or how it prints or whatever, I'm going to do jelly prints in a little bit. Or used with certain colors or overlapping a separate one, whatever. Let me know. Until then, I'm going to plow on, and this is a piece of watercolor paper. And I saw, you guys know Shannon Green? If you don't know Shannon Green, you should know Shannon Green. She's awesome artist, hilarious person. She does great stuff for other artists all the time. So whenever I can promote her, I try to do that. And this idea I got from her YouTube channel. And oops, got tangled up here. And she was doing a video where she took a makeup sponge and she pounced watercolor through a stencil. But it came out really cool. Hey, Elaine, you made it. Yay. Hey, Jude. Welcome. That's a new name. Pat Chapman, that's a new name. And you know Shannon? Yeah, Shannon's got an Etsy shop. It's called By Shannon Green. And actually, that's her income right now. So anybody that can support her in her Etsy shop is greatly appreciated. And she's got really cool products. She's the one that created the Custom Keeper. It's a type of a traveler's notebook with her own spin on it. Now she's got all sorts of accessories, inserts, folders, tool pack pouches, all kind of good stuff she's got over there. So check her out. But that's where I saw this idea. And I want to save this one for something else I had in mind. I'll put that one on the side. Yes, and Shannon is having a 30% off sale now. That's huge. Huge sale over there. So it's By Shannon Green on Etsy. Hey, Glenda. You were wondering about watercolors and stencils? Well, let's see what happens. Let's use this one. I don't know which ones might be good or bad for this, but what's the worst that can happen? It's a piece of paper, right? So what she did was, let me pull out a little bit so I can see more room here. All right. She had some watercolor that she liquefied in the pans, and then these pans are kind of low. Can I get any color on here? I bet I can find something. I'm going to actually take this. I'm going to get a little palette. Hang on. One of these little guys right here will do for now for this. And I'm going to liquefy some watercolor. And just to keep with my program, I'm going to go pick up a color that I like. This is marine blue. I think it's a Holbein color. It's very similar to, thanks, E, for the link. It's very similar to, hey, Happy Dye. Similar to the Fallow Turquoise by Daniel Smith that I like. So I'm just going to get some watercolor here in this palette. And then let's see if I can, I'm going to take another color so I can kind of mix it. Let's go with something this bright pink. I'm going to drop some of this on here and just pick it up off of this. Let's see what happens. I've never done this before. So Shannon, I hope you're with me in spirit. So she picked up some of this and it soaks up pretty well into the sponge, but she said it works like the sponge can be almost dry. and still work. So let's see if I can pull off a Shannon here. And she actually just wiped it after she got it where it wasn't real wet. Because if it's too wet, it's going to run under the stencil and blur, right? But if it's dry enough, you can kind of work it. She said she was pressing kind of hard, and that's what I'm doing, right? Oops, see, that lifted up and I went underneath there. That was my boo-boo because I'm such a rookie. Let me grab another one for this other color. Oops, that's kind of loud, isn't it? How obnoxious is that? That's dry enough to wipe, I think. And let's overlap and mix the colors a little bit. And you know, you can, some of you guys may be, well, I know you're more experienced than I am with stencils, most of you, but if there's any newbies on here or watching, you can use this for anything, for cards, for backgrounds. Can you show the coupon code in your screenshot? I can. It's Joan25. Joan25. So that's what she did, and there you go. That's pretty easy. And that's on the rough, well, it's not rough, but it's cold pressed, so it's got texture to it. Watercolor paper. Right? So that's pretty cool. If you're talking about Florence, it's not made landfall yet, but it's starting to get real nasty down in the Carolinas, Jen. So now with this little bit of paint on here, if this was another piece of paper, you could wipe this off onto a piece of paper to use what's laying on top of the stencil and get a light print under that. So once you get a stencil kind of goofed up, you can use it and use it and use it. But anyway, that's one idea. And then, you know what I'm going to do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw down some colors here. I'll use darker colors so they're easier to see. And this is just, I'm just going to plop down some colors. Endenthroned blue. This is I just want to get color in the paper to show you. And this is a CC technique. CC probably isn't going to be on tonight. She's got something going on. But she's the one that did this with my own stencils. I was like, how does she use my stencils so good? She makes them look good all the time with her work. But where's that? Hey, where are you? Oh, there it is. God, that almost looks black. That's that core dioxazine purple. Let me get it spread out a little bit more here. I don't want it that dark. So I'm not making anything. I'm just getting paint on the paper. Right? Trying to rub it in so it dries quicker. And I'm going to let that dry a second. Pretty colors. You look so dark on the screen, but it's not that dark in person. I'm going to set that aside and let that dry for just a minute, and we'll go back. One thing I wanted to try, and I'm trying to decide on what paper. I want to just put it in a piece of black. This is just black cardstock. And here's the stencil. And I wanted to try, I've been kind of on a foil kick, although I haven't really used it much. I keep getting that error code PayPal because the items in the cart and the order don't match, it says. It won't let you purchase it. Gail, without seeing it, I can't help you with that, but take a copy of your, a screenshot of your cart so you remember what's in it, and get in touch with me after this. Email me and let me know, and I'll get in touch with Sherry and ask her what the problem is there. Oh, no, they won't run out. All the stencils are cut to order. They have no inventory on hand. They cut them to order. And I mean, they get them out. Like they ship so quick. Knowing how they operate with them not being in stock, I'm shocked at how they get them out of there. Yeah, they don't have to pay for all the overhead to have storage and stock and all that stuff. Now this stuff, I was looking at stuff online about for gold foil adhesives because I didn't have much luck with you saw me on that one stream not too long ago. Hang on, let me text Sherry real quick and let them know. What does the error say? Somebody write down and tell me what the error says in chat. Okay, I'm waiting for the items in cart don't. Where the hell did that go? Items in the cart and items in the order don't. Items in the cart and items in order don't match. Error 1. Oh, sorry guys, 413. Trying to get this sorted right away. Something's not right then if that's happening to multiple people. I wonder if it's a PayPal thing. But anyway, I've texted Sherry. She should get back to me soon. She always does. And we'll see what it is. But hang on to your carts. And we'll see what's going on there. So this, I forgot I had this. I saw this the other day. And I thought, what the hell is that for? I don't even remember what that was for. But anyway, this is for foil. Joan broke the internet. She took it down. Took it down. So I don't know. Let's see how this works. I have an idea. I don't know if this is going to work or not. But I'm going to take this. It's got a real needle nose on it. And I'm going to try to, maybe I should use a bigger design if I'm going to try to outline it. Where the hell is the stencils? Here we go. What's an easy one to outline? Maybe this. Or this. Maybe the zigzag. Let's do this. So I'm going to try to do these zigzags. And I'm just going to put this stuff. GDO, PBO, GDO. And we'll see. I've already got a blob on there. You did hear foil. You're about to see me screw it up. Let's see if that's Sherry. Ah! That's not Sherry. That's Chelsea telling me about showing me a picture of the baby. Well, not the baby, but the baby's urinal. It's got a suction cup and it sticks to the wall in the tub and it's big green, looks like a frog. And inside, if you pee on the right spots, it's got a little whirligig that twirls around. Okay, now I'm gonna, well, here it is puffing out on me again. This could be a disaster. I want to wipe it off the stencil as soon as I can so I don't have any permanent blobs on the stencil. And this is kind of wet, so I don't know if this is going to seep under. This may be another of my what not to do at home. I don't know. You never know how this stuff's going to turn out. I'm not watching the chat right at this minute. But you've probably figured that out with what I'm doing here. Okay, let me get that cap back on there. And I'm going to try to pick that up evenly. Oh, there we go. Okay, this I'm going to sit aside and let that dry. That's probably going to take a long time to dry. Remind me that's up there. We'll have to probably go in at the end and do that. Get that off of there. I don't want to ruin my stencil. Southern by choice. Hello. Joe, you'll never miss the coupon code and the deal. I'm going to post it everywhere. I've got it out on Facebook already. I think it's, there you go. It's Joan25. That's 5% off the entire iStencils site, not just Joan's or my designs. You can find Joan's designs under my heading, though. So the gallery. Hello, welcome. That's another new name. You just discovered recently. Oh, good. Good. Welcome. So you get 25% off the entire iStencils website. If you purchase $50, you'll get free domestic shipping if you're in the US. You'll also get this free, this free exclusive stencil that's a stencil exclusive with purchase if you spend $50. And hey, Sherry. And if you spend $75, you get a gift certificate for $10 toward a future purchase. And this is good till Sunday night, the 16th at 11:59 Eastern time. So I don't know any other stencil companies that do that. Sherry's having this looked into now. So she's on it. So we'll see what she finds out. Okay, so this is kind of dry enough, I think. So some of these might be staining colors. I didn't even think about that little nuance when I did this. But I'm going to get one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay a stencil over this, take a baby wipe, and wipe back the watercolor around the stencil. So when I lift it, what's on the page is just in the shape of the stencil. Right? Opposite of what this is. Patti, do they have to enter something for the free stencil? No. Nope. You get the free stencil. If your order's over 50, you automatically get it. Thanks, A. And so we want to get one that doesn't have sharp edges because, as you can imagine, something with these square pointy edges with a baby wipe, probably not going to be pretty when I'm using it. So let's go get another one. Let's use this one here. No, I know which one. I wanted that one of those first ones that are this one. Yeah. No, wait a minute. I'm thinking of it backwards. I want it to be, you know what? Let's use this one. Let's put a comet through here. Let's see what happens. So this one is Joan's Sun, Stars, and Comets. Let's do this bigger one here. I want to get one of the stars in here too. So I'm going to pull it down so I can get into this area here. Junctions. Should I use junctions? Hang on. I should go to the default to the master. Is that this one? This is the one I was going to pull, but that's wiping off most of the watercolor. I thought it would pop more if we used one that would leave more of the watercolor behind. Oh, well, what the hell? Let's use this. I can use that one with something else. And let's go right here where we get the intersection of all these different things going on. And let's see what happens. So this isn't so overly wet right now. It's very damp. It's very damp. So, oh, you know what? I should get my magic eraser. Hello. I got to keep flipping the baby wipe so you're on a cleaner spot. Let me see if I got a magic eraser close and see if that works. Hang on, guys. Oh, there it is. I see one from here. What do you know? It's right in the magic eraser department. All right. Let me cut a chunk of this off. Oops. All right. Let's see what we got here. That figures, Jean. Well, this is purple. It's enough that I'm getting enough off that I can see the design. So let's see. Will this work? Oh, I have to wet that, don't I? Hello. I'm a rookie with a magic eraser. Yeah, Jen, that's a new color. All right. Let me get some of that moisture out of there. All right. Let's see what happens. Oh, yeah, that's working. Mr. Clean knows what he's doing. Let me see with this other end a little bit. Hey, Joyce. It's closely related to blue. And that was a little bit wetter. Hopefully that won't cause any seepage underneath of it. What did I just tell you? Don't use it too wet. And that's what I did. All right, let's see what happens. There you get the idea, right? So it's leaving the design etched in there. You're wiping back what is the holes of the stencil and leaving the positive of what the stencil looks like, right? Where this one, I was laying the stencil down and putting the paint through it. So what's white is what the stencil was. So you get the reverse there. You dig? Let's see what we got here. See, Joan, I don't wipe off my stencils, but I'm wiping yours off. Hey, Button. Okay, so that's another little idea. Put that out of harm's way. Let's see what else we wanted to do. Hang on. I wanted to take... Oh, you know what? This might be a good one to do this with. So this... Actually, I'm going to dry that real quick. Hey, Deb. Oh, no, Debbie, you were here. Well, hi anyway. Yeah, you can get really cool effects with stuff. All right, heat gun. Just a minute. I'm gonna get the moisture out of this. Yeah, Button, I got put in cat jail several times on Xander's stream last night. How rude. Hopefully that's good enough. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to line it up again where it was. Back there. And then I had an idea of, and I don't know which one of these will show up the best. Maybe a silver one. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I bet the silver one will show up. Okay, let's try that. So then I was thinking we take the stencil and then go back in and trace around it with one of the metallic gel pens. Hopefully this isn't so wet that it won't either won't ruin my pen or that it won't work. Oh, just my luck. Now it seems to be working, although I can tell the paper's damp. Let's see. I'm trying to do things with these that I never do with stencils. So if I look awkward, like I'm not a pro, I'm not a pro. I have some designs out there, but that's not saying I know what the hell I'm doing using them. That's pitiful. Not looking at the chat right now, guys. So if you got something for me, hang on just a sec. Let's get some down in the turquoise and see what that looks like. I won't do every single one of these. You guys get what I'm doing. And these square designs are really easy to trace. They just bump right up into the corners and yeah, it is kind of damp still. But it's working a little bit. Actually, that looks pretty cool. It almost makes it look like the squares that are lifted almost look like they're shiny. Like the frame around them kind of makes them. I'll be doing that again. There you go. That's pretty cool, huh? I like it. Put that over my already used you pile. Yeah, I thought that was pretty good. See, when I actually have time to think about something, I can come up with a little something every once in a while. I'm sure it's all been done before. I'm just figuring it out on my own. Oh, I even made a list. So hang on, let's see what we do. We did the Shannon Green. We did the CC. We did the lift with the baby wipe. And then that one. Oh, you know what I saw somebody do? Let's see. Oh, damn, I almost laid that on top of the stuff that's drying over there for the foil. Let's see. Now that quick, I forgot what the hell I was going to do. And I'm tapping. What the hell was I going to do? Let me resort back to my list. Oh, we can do this on the other end of this, hopefully without screwing it up, because I want it on black. And we'll use this one with the eyeballs. They look like eyeballs to me, but it could be suns. They could be anything. Oh, that's not the right one. This is the one I want right there. Tribal Drawings, they said this one's called. I'm going to take, let me find it. Where would you be? Let's go with some Inca Gold. And I don't know which one of these might work better using a sponge with it. I'm not sure. But let's... These are probably all dried up. I can't tell you the last time I used these. Hard as a rock. Well, let me do the old baby wipe trick and shove a baby wipe in here. Did you guys ever hear that? When these get hard, these Inca Golds, put a baby wipe in it and let it sit like that, and it kind of helps reconstitute it. Patti, do you play on your jelly plate anymore? I haven't for a while, but I am going to this weekend because that's a good way to demo the stencils. I sure will be. Oh, hey, Debbie Bruni. That's a new name. Welcome. These are Joan Smithy stencils. She's the newest designer at iStencil, and we're having a sale. Use the code Joan25 on iStencils website, the entire website. You get 25% off. You'll find Joan stencils under my Patti Parrish heading. Oh, thanks, Jean. NZ. Let's see. Is this one done? And we need another baby wipe. Okay, so that might not be an option. So let's move on. Oh, I know what I'll do. I know what I'll do. Hang on. Where's my stuff here? Hold on. Try this. All right, let me get another sponge. Another makeup sponge. And I'm going to tap some embossing ink. Through the stencil. That was really wet. I didn't realize that was that juicy, but that looks like a decent print. So, wipe that off of there. And get a piece of deli paper to try to confine my mess, because you know that's what it's going to be. Yeah, with two of them, looks like eyes. I hear them running my mouth and not putting this on while it's wet. Hello. Stick with the program, Patty. Oh, I lost my spoon's missing in this one. Oh, there it is. It's buried. Darn it. Okay, put some embossing powder on there. And almost put my finger. I did. Put my finger in the zigs. It was only a matter of time. Who did not know that? If you didn't know that, you are very new here. It doesn't take you long to figure out. That's going to happen if I'm around. Put that back in the hole there. Heat gun again. Let's emboss that. Did I just put my finger in there again? I'm telling you, I'm a danger to myself and everything around me. Get your spoons at ice cream tasting place. I got them on Amazon, but I think that's what they are, CB. I watched Jen McGuire video, and she had one of her storage and her favorites videos. Oh, Gene, you had the fan blowing with the foil. Oh my gosh, I can just picture that. Heat gun. I love to watch this change as the heat gets it fired up here. Oh, hang on, I got this really low from the other day. I was doing something. There it goes. So it goes from ugly brown powder to platinum. Hello, lover. How cool is that? That worked pretty good. Just pouncing the embossing ink through the stencil with a sponge. Groovy, huh? So this will be all gnarled up by the time I get there, but whatever. You'll get the gist. Let's see. Oh, I know what I wanted to try. Now, where would I have put my resist crayon? Why would I have bought a resist crayon? Oh, I think I know where it is. Hang on. I think it's in this miscellaneous watercolor stuff bin. Maybe, maybe not. No, maybe not. No. What would I have a wax resist crayon for? Well, you know what? I'll just use a Neon Neo 2 crayon. Crayon's crayon, right? I'm going to grab a couple tags. Buckle up my sleeves. I do that very well, Eileen. Resist working and cleaning. Oh, the resisting working's not working so good for me, but I'm doing pretty damn good on the cleaning bit. I gotta tell you. So I saw, I don't know who it was on YouTube. I saw some, oh, you know what? It might have been Craft Test Dummies. Is that who it was? Could be. Took a stencil. I have no idea which one might work. Let's use this one. This has a lot of down areas that this might work. So you put the stencil down and then put the tag over the stencil. Right? What are you doing, Patti? That's backwards. Okay, now find the magic drawer with my Neo 2s. Is this it? No, but they may work. They're oil pastels in that one. Ah, there they are. Little rascals. It's darker so you can maybe see it better. So what she did was, and you know what? I probably have to tear some of this off and break a piece off to do it, I think. Yeah, we'll see. Excuse me. Well, come on. Work with me. There we go. All right, now let's see if this works or if this tag is too thick. I don't know. Oop, well, that's not working because it's the crayons. There we go. The crayon is... Now, see, I know enough about what I'm not doing to... I should have kept going the direction I was. I got this streak in here now. But you kind of get the idea, right? And since that's a Neo 2, I bet we can liquefy some of that stripe out of there. I don't know what I'm going to do with it now. Of course, this is on craft paper, so it's not going to work great like watercolor. But anyway, that's another thing you can do is use them like with a rubbing on there. That was a lot of hoopla for not a great demo. It worked much better for the one I saw on YouTube. Okay. Let's see. Oh, okay. That might be a cool one. Let's see. I need something. I don't know. Let's see this. I'm going to take a piece of cardstock. Let me think about this a minute. I'm thinking. Can't you hear it? You smell smoke? I'm going to use this big stamp. Big stamp. Oh, let's use rose gold. Oh, let's use a black piece of paper. Oh. And rose gold instead of cardstock. Is that the one I want though? Yeah, I have that sitting here, Eileen. My molding paste. A molding paste. I guess this one is good. We'll see what it looks like. But then if it doesn't turn out the way I wanted it to turn out, we shall move on and try another stencil. But in my head, this is going to look cool. Of course, in my head, a lot of things look cool. Not always the case. This one is called Chained. Like Joan has Paul chained up to her die cutting machine. Use it in a sentence. Those who were with us in the summer knows what I'm talking about. So this is just a big old text stamp. Excuse me. Got a darn cough starting again. Yeah. Is Paul on, Joan? Is he watching with you? All right, let's see what happens here. I'm just going to stamp in this rose gold over the stencil so it only shows through the holes. Groovy? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. I'm sure Joan thanks you, Jude. She's got a ton of designs in her head, so stay tuned as the months go by because she will have more. And there's the link Sandra just put up for the for where you can find her stencils. Thank you, Z. Yeah, probably not the right stencil to use. It worked, but it's too spotty. Actually, the stencil looks better than the paper. No, not to be surprised. Let's try that again, shall we? And with another stencil. So I guess I need one with bigger openings. You know what? Let's go back to this one. Let's try this one. I'm just going to flip her over. And let's try this. Let's try that again, shall we? He's snoozing some beside you. He's probably exhausted from God knows what all you had him do today. The poor man. He's a good guy. You got a winner there, that's for sure. Don't let him hear me say that. He'll get all crazy. So Joan and Paul have come over to Maryland the last 3 summers to join my little art retreat that we do. And this is an ab workout, pushing this big one down through a stencil. Is that any better? Yeah, kind of little circles of text. Be cool in a background. And again, the stencil looks pretty cool. I'm guessing this ink isn't permanent. So let's try to get some of that left over on the stamp off of there. I always like this stamp. I have a lot of stamps and I never pick them up to use them anymore. There we go. Get on there. That one's getting kind of icky. I better get rid of that piece. Let's see how this is doing. Is this still wet or is it tacky? It's still wet. Screwed it up again. Let's see. Modeling paste. That's what you said. Let's do it on this tag. On the side I didn't screw up yet. I need to get more cardstock. I've got about this much cardstock. I have some Nina white, but I didn't want to necessarily use. Oh, let's use this one. This will be a cute one on here. Let's try that. Get me a little palette knife. And I'm going to use this. Actually, Joan got me this. I don't think you can get it in the U.S. She got it from one of the craft shows she goes to in England. Pentart, stencil paste. She got me a silver and a gold. It's still nice and juicy. Too bad I don't have a black tag. Eli. So I'm just going to scrape this over the stencil. It's a thin coat. Hopefully this isn't going under the stencil. I haven't done this forever. I need to do this stuff more, but I go in spells. I was jelly plating anything that would stand still. I jelly print it. And then I got into polymer clay. Then I did alcohol inks. Oh, shit. Oh, I said shit. That would look better on black, but it looks lovely. Put the lid on this bad boy and get the icky pencil here. You know, and you can do this with any stencil on any kind of paper or canvas or wood or whatever. Whatever your heart desires. That one over here. I'll show you that again once it dries. I see where I had a little something ooky in here, and it wish I didn't hit the whole circle filled in there. Looks like a bright spot in the circle, though. Put that over there to dry. Let's see. Primer stamping. Then that. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. I want to do the same kind of thing, but I was going to try. Hang on. Hold the phone. Where's my palette paper? Where might you be? Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, no, it's not. Is it? Yeah, that's it. Oh, Lord, please don't let me get the cough again. All right, I'm going to use a piece of palette paper, and I'm going to mix. I'm going to grab one of my creamer pigments that I haven't had a chance to use yet. And I'm going to mix it with some polymer. I wonder if this might be too loose to use it with a knife over that. I probably should get some... Hey, Jen. Let me lay this here while I root through my stash. Can you guys see that? Let me zoom in while I'm rooting. There's Joan's code. Joan 25. I need, I wonder if it'll work with like a molding paste, or if I'll lose it since it's opaque. Don't I have some, hang on. I think I have some clear, translucent stuff by Venivar. Where would you be? Grunge paste, that's not it. Oh, hang on. I think I got it. Molding paste. 3D gloss gel transparent. Here we go. Now we're cooking. Let's try this. Back to my mad scientist activities. This is the Art Basics 3D gloss gel transparent when it dries. So, oh Lord. Riri, here's a new name. Hello, how are you? All right, let's see what we can do with this. Let me move that out of the way for now. And I'm going to take some of this. I have no idea how this is going to turn out. That's why we call them experiments. And they don't all pass. Yeah, I've used this before. So I'm going to use this as a creamer pigment. Creamer. I keep saying creamer because that's what I thought it was. But when we went there, they said the man that owns the joint calls himself Dr. Kramer. So I guess he knows his own name. This is Paleochrome Copper Red Gold. So we'll see what that is. I haven't used this yet. I've had it for a while. Where's my little spoon? There you are. I don't know how much that ratio should be, so we'll go with that as for now. Grab my mask. Happen to have it right here. Oh, hey, Jean. Yeah, thanks. Try to keep me alive. This might be cool. Now, Joan, which stencil should I use to put this over? That would look good on anyone, I believe. If I sound like I'm kidnapped, it's the mask. Fogging up my glasses. Hang on. Can't see. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. I didn't feel like pulling my glass out and going through all that. This is just palette paper. And I think that'll work just fine for what I'm doing. So now, let's see here. I think it would look quite good on a few of them. I know, right? Well, you know what? Let's just do a few, shall we? Let's do one on black and we'll do one on white. Because I think I overmixed. I know that's a shocker. All right. Let's wipe off my little spoon. I love this little cute spoon. Got that at some kitchen store. Sterlet. I don't know what it is. Some French name I can't say. Yeah, this is pigment in the 3D Gloss Gel Transparent, Deb. Yeah, doesn't look too bad. All right, here we go. Here goes nothing. I won't bother doing the whole thing, just enough to get the idea. Hello, lover. That looks pretty cool. Now let that dry and I think it'll come up even more. Do you have any airtight little plastic containers to put it in? Hey, Jan. Are you talking to me? Joan, I guess you are. I mean, Jean with all caps, I guess you are. It's in a jar with a screw top lid, if that's what you're talking about for this pigment. For the extra. Oh, for this. Probably not. Not that's not big. Not small enough for that, probably. I'll use a little bit more here in a minute. And this one is called Tribal Geometric. It's pretty nice. And then let's do, I said I was going to do it on white. Excuse me. Let's use this, whatever's on top here. Curves and circles. Yeah, it did come out good. This is cool. I love this one. You can't see the stencil so great, white on white. Thanks, Jean. Gina, I'm assuming you didn't get your package yet, did you? This one has bigger open areas in it. Oh, 10 days to 2 weeks. Oh, you know what? I remember you saying that now. Hello. Hello. That's pretty cool. I'm anxious to see how this dries. Excuse me. Let's see what this does when I wipe this off. Let me get a clean baby wipe. I say I'm going to get a clean baby wipe, and all the stuff on my hands comes off on it right away. Hello. Oh, man. Don't start coughing again, please. I've been watching the hurricane really closely. We have some friends down in the area, and even not friends. I don't want to see anybody to have to go through that stuff, but you can't stop it from coming. You just got to try to be smart and do what the best thing is for you and your family to stay safe. I feel sorry for the people who are unable to leave. Some are just stupid and want to be there for the big hurricane party, but you know, that's another story. That actually is pretty cool how that came out. Kind of a brushed metallic look. It looks pretty cool, actually. And that's just the excess that was on the stencil that I wiped off onto the black paper. Trying to get a good shot of the shine on it. It looks more bronze because it's so much thinner than the copper, but that's the same stuff. I'm going to sit this off to the side. Maybe we can come back and do something else with that. Okay, running out of drying space. Where are you guys going to go? We'll put you up there and up there on top of Prince the Frog. And have a little hydration break. See you saying, talking about craving popcorn. Years ago, I was a kid. And God, I probably was 6. My brother was 3. And then our 2 cousins, one a year older and a year younger than me. We were staying at my grandmother's house. And she bought some of that Jiffy Pop and that metal tin with the twisted aluminum foil over it that spiraled around it, that when you pop it, the heat makes it unfurl and the kernels make it puff out to a big ball. She was going to make us some popcorn. So she gets out the Jiffy Pop and she takes out a knife and she cuts a big X across the aluminum foil. And I was about 6. I was saying, Mom, you're not supposed to cut that. Mommy doesn't cut that when she makes it. She said, no. She said, you have to let the heat out or it'll burn. I said, no, you can't. You're not supposed to cut it. And she said, no, keep quiet. I know what I'm doing. Well, she starts popping that stuff and it starts flying all over the kitchen. All the kids were laughing and hollering and chasing it, trying to catch it in her mouth. And she's cussing up a storm. Well, you know, what are you going to do? You didn't listen to me. Oh, I know what I want to do. I know what I want to do. Let me find. I'm just going to use a piece of Terrascan paper, which is similar yet different to Yupo. This is actually made out of rocks. Do you believe it or not? I'm going to take this full piece. Right there. It's silkier and not as stiff as hey Terry. Yeah, it's made out of rocks. Stone paper art pad. Where does it say that on here? Rock paper. I thought somewhere on here it said something more information about that. Maybe I read it online somewhere. But yeah, it's made out of rocks. So like, what the hell? What the hell do I know? So let me grab, oh, sweet board. They're all jacked up here. Oh my. And you know what? I just got those, Sandra, I think I got them because you pointed them out at the Queen's Ink. I wonder where the hell I put them. I had a rose gold alcohol ink. Okay, so I'm going to take a piece of Terrakin, which is similar to Yupo. And let me pick out a lovely stencil. Let's see, which one would work better? This or this? Let's use this one. Will that work? They'll all work. What am I saying? They're all going to work. And do not do this at home, but I'm going to do this very gently and away from myself on this one piece of paper. But this is alcohol. You can spread some alcohol on your paper, but I know you're not supposed to spray this. I get it. Don't email me. But I'm just going to put a little bit of puffs of alcohol on here. And this is going to kind of act like a glue. And now I'm going to fan it out of my way. Actually, I can't even smell it at this point. And I got a good sniffer, so it's all going the wrong way. Of course, that's going to dry it off. So I'll leave well enough alone. Lay the stencil down on top of the alcohol and the paper. And that kind of helps it stick. And then we're going to take some alcohol inks. Whatever colors you have. Oh, sorry. Bits and bobs. Sorry. Didn't see that till now. And I'm just going to drop them in the holes of the stencil. It's going to creep under the stencil. That's okay. And I'm just going to do it randomly. I'm going to use a couple colors to mix them. Some of this goes right underneath the stencil because of, like, there was no alcohol there, and that's okay. You'll see what I mean here shortly after this dries. I'm just going to do this fast and not so much thinking about it so I can get it done. You can be more precise. I did one number of years ago using my poppy stencil, and I did it so the flowers were red and orange and the stem was green and yellow, and intentionally colored it in that area. It came out really cool. Oh, look, how did it end up turquoise and purple? Uh-oh, that's a weather alert on my phone. Nothing bad's going to be happening here yet. It's not up that close to us anytime soon. Oops, I can't get that one. When I'm hurrying like this, I feel like it's not going to come out as great as if I'd have really taken my time placing it, but the show must go on. Oh, you remember that one, Joan? A little bit of green in here. These are just the ones that were at the top of the drawer that I grabbed. Oh, funny, huh? They happen to be right there to grab. I'll just shake it instead of trying to squeeze it. Wise up, Patti. Think about what you're doing, girl. I'm trying to just hit where I see open parts. Hey, Norma. So those just coming in. Hey, Denise. The coupon code for iStencils is Joan25. That gets you 25% off the whole dang store. Oh, watch now. I probably can't even open this. Oh, that's not good. Oh, man. I probably need Dave and a pair of pliers to open this. Oh, man. Did anybody try to order again to see if that code cleared up? I didn't hear. Oh, let me make sure I didn't hear anything back from Sherry. Hang on. No, I didn't hear back from her yet. Breaking news. Hurricane Florence produces wind gusts near 100 miles an hour in eastern Carolina. Well, the only blessing there is it slowed down. It was much higher winds than that. I got to get a different bottle of this gold because it is not allowing me to open it. Oh, you know what? This is Pinata Silver. It's on the top. The gold, their gold is really nice. It looks like liquid metal gold. Okay, Riri, let me know if you're going to use PayPal, if you have any issues with an error code. The first couple ladies that went to do that had an issue with that, and Sherry from iStencils is trying to get a hold of PayPal to see what's going on there. So if you have any trouble, let me know. This I'm intentionally putting on the white spots. Just get a little something everywhere. You know, I thought about doing something with alcohol ink at our retreat, but I think with 28 people in there, with multiple jars of alcohol inks opened at the same time, we might start snuffing it. I'm just saying. I don't know how this is going to come out with this silver, but we'll see. Get these out of the way. How long will that code be long? It will be good till Sunday the 16th at midnight Eastern. Okay, so to see where this is all spread out underneath the whole stencil, that's okay. It's going to look cool when we lift it up. So hang on, let me get something to pick that up with. There we go. And let me move. I'm going to have to move this somewhere to dry because all my drying spots locally are taken. All right, so didn't need that. Let's see, what's going on here with this stuff? It's still kind of wet. I wonder if I can hit that with a heat gun real light. We're going to find out. I'm going to turn it on low just to get some air going over it. Watch, I'll dry it too much and it won't work. Well, Gail, at least you got them on sale, right? Lisa, there's a new name. Welcome. What's that about an extension, Vicki? I must have missed something. Sales on all day today. Friday, Saturday, Sunday till midnight Eastern. That is a good deal. Her international shipping is really just, it's really just, you know, bare bones that she charges you to get it there. Oh, you don't get paid till next week. I know in previous times we weren't able to do that because the code's either active in the system or it's not. And if it's active for your order, then it's, you know, it lets 4 days. People are getting a really good deal for 4 days. And I think she's got to cut it off. It's on Sunday. I'm really sorry about that. I know what that's like. Now let's see what this is going to do here. I don't know if that's ready or not, but you know what? We are just, oh, where the hell did I put? Where's my foil drawer? There it is. Now I don't know what kind I want to use. I went for a rose gold phase where I bought several on Amazon to try to see which was the closest to rose gold that I like. And I think I'm going to use this. So this is leaf. This is that separate stuff that you can't. Okay. Sherry's working on that Riri to see what the deal is there with PayPal not working. Has anybody tried it with just ordering on a credit card? I wonder if it's a PayPal thing. Okay, let's try this and see what happens. This is just leaf. It's really fine, frail stuff. Finer than the foil. Okay, let's see if that's Sherry. Excuse me. It is Sherry. Hang on one second, guys. Are you guys saying that once you try that, it empties your cart and you don't have the stuff in your cart anymore? Oh, okay. No problems using credit card. Hang on. I'm just going to. No problems using credit card, period. Seems to just be PayPal, period. Okay, she's having her, she said she tried to troubleshoot it and she couldn't get it to do that. But she's calling in her developer to address it right away. Given the option of using PayPal app or Chrome, I would hold off, Riri, just let it stay in your cart. You've got 3 more days to order it and let them get that issue solved. It's something with PayPal, since the credit card transactions are going through. Jude, are you in New Zealand? Where's my stencil brush? Yeah, Sherry said that anybody that's trying to order it now, it'll be taken care of, so not to worry about it. I don't know how, she'll get it fixed as soon as she can. If it's PayPal, she's got to wait for them to resolve it, but don't worry about missing anything. If you want it, you won't miss it. Hang on, I got to find my little, I had it right here the other day when I cleaned up. Apparently, I put it in a very safe place. I hate that when I do that. Let's try this one. This isn't the one I had, but oh, you know what? I'll put it in my stencil drawer. I mean, my foil drawer. Hello. Let's see how this works. Oh, see, it wasn't done. It wasn't done curing. I got impatient. It's sticking some places, but some places it's rubbing right off. Rats, can I make it stick again? Maybe it was me and my technique or lack thereof. Yeah, the YouTube chat, Riri, when you send too many messages, it puts you in chat jail. Just in case you're a troll or, doing something you're not supposed to be doing. But if you wait a few seconds, it'll clear and you can keep going. Hang on a minute. Yeah, Sherry's not happy about this, but she said to assure everybody that you will get the stencils you want and the deal that you're entitled to. Not to worry about that. I am not good with this gold leaf. I've come to that realization. I watch Stephanie Law use this. You guys watch her? She's awesome. Yeah, that's no good. Okay, we're going to try that again another way. Let's try that another way. I'm going to get rid of this because it's just getting dust all over the place here. Patti, you got to let it sit for 3+ hours. This said an hour, I think. Hang on. Oh, maybe it didn't. Maybe it was the other one that said an hour. Oh, crap. Well, that's so small. I'll never be able to read that with my glasses on. Ready to use. Metal leaf or flakes. Applying a clean, dry surface. Allow dry 1 or 2 hours, depending on thickness of application. I'm guessing that was a 2-hour application. So let's, all right. I refuse to let it beat me. Let's try something else here. Trying to decide what might be a good shape. Let's try these little hearts. Let's see what happens. Pull out the frame. Ah, they're right here too, Zandra, somewhere. Well, I put them right here, at least one of them. I reorganized the other day, so I can't find the damn thing. Hello? Oh, I thought I had them in this little organizer here. Where the hell did I put it? Oh my goodness! Like Oakley would say. Who was that person who does the foil that Patti mentioned? Stephanie Law. Where the hell did I put that thing? Oh, you know what? Hello. It's in my is it in my drawer with all my foil stuff? No. Where the hell did I put it? That pisses me off. Hang on. I intentionally, I thought, had it right here in this little Boone organizer thing. And yet it's not there. Where the hell would I put that? I had 2 of them. Oh, here they are. No. All right, let's see if this works. Let's get rid of this one. And let's get some foil. Oh, look, rose gold's on top. This is a Deco Art foil. Oh, Lord. Don't pull off on the glue. I'm telling you, I'm a danger to myself. So this is on Zandra's site. Zandra, put your link up for your store. Zandra has an online store called paintandpaperstudio.com. And she sells a lot of stuff, including she makes my recipe of my rose gold watercolor. And she makes some of her own handmade watercolors, just a few off, not your standard stuff, just her own. Like she got a whale's tail that's a blue with a different gold and glittery, uh, shiny stuff in there. It's really cool. And she sells some Jane Davenport um, pieces and dies and all kind of stuff. And these little Prima Planner glue pens. Whoops, hello. Which are apparently great for this foil. And I've never used it, so there's nothing. Oh, I like this. I like this little dots and lines here. Wonder if it'll go through a stencil and work. Okay. Do you have to let this sit at all, Z, or can you just stick it on right after? I think, don't you? About 2 minutes. Okay. We will let that sit for a couple minutes. This one has some cool stuff in there. I like these little S's lined up and the chevron. And I always like little dots like Punchinella, and here with the squares, and then the outside. And the little heart cluster. I was going to do the hearts, but then I saw this and I thought, I like that. Okay, let's trying to think what I'm going to do next after this while I'm taking my 2-minute setting up time for the glue. It's not enough time for me to do something else. It's too late to get my jelly plate out and start doing that stuff. So we'll keep playing with what we were doing, just demoing different designs. I don't know. Maybe we'll get the jelly plate out. What the hell? Oh, great, Lisa. Thank you. I'm sure Joan appreciates that. Marlou, that's all right. Not to worry. All right, so you think it's good now? I'm waiting for my masters to tell me. I tried to order some of Patty's rose gold. It wouldn't let me. Is it because I'm in the UK? Oh, there you go, Tamara. Just email Z. And she will hook you up. That should be good enough, huh, Zandra? No? Yes? Give it a go. Famous last words. Now, do I need where the hell's my bone folder? I should never reorganize. I'm telling you. I'll use this one. Yes. I don't know if I'm doing this hard enough, too hard. I'll have a peek. Nope, not hard enough. Or maybe it was too wet still. It's so humid here, although it doesn't feel very humid in the basement. It's certainly not dry. Nope, I think it wasn't dry enough. It's kind of spotty. You guys get the idea, though, right? Yep. Only spotty, Z. However, that would have been really cool Oh, okay. No, that wasn't perfect. So maybe that's okay. That's going to take more playtime at some point. Put this in the foil drawer. And let me use, I'll use up some of this copper stuff here for another couple designs just to show you what they look like. You know what? I wonder what this would be like on deli that I can go back and use as a collage in a collage, right? Where's my knife? I'm going to get a bigger knife so I can cover a bigger area. There we go. Hey, Janet. Let's try, somebody wanted bits and bobs, right? That's this one here. So let's see if this set up yet. No, I can still get most of it going here. I can see the paint puckering underneath of this as it gets wet with the medium. Oh, Kathy's PayPal order went through, she said. Let me let Sherry know we had a successful one. One PayPal order was successful. All right. Ooh, that's cute. Now let's try doing what I did before with wiping it off. And thanks, CB. Wiping it off through off the stencil so it ends up in the holes of the stencil. Oops. Uh-oh. It's moving on me. Then you get that print using it, just wiping it off the stencil. That's cute. I like this one. Well, I like all of them. I do too, see? Yep, that's it. Bits and bobs right there. Just a little portion of it with the copper stuff. Let's see what this looks like dry now. Let's look at all these again. Here's the gold Pentart stencil paste. If anybody else tries to order now and can't get through, let me know. All right. But look how shiny that gold paste is. That's some cool stuff. Hey, Sherry. Always welcome. And here's where I stamped through a stencil with the text stamp on the rose gold. That's pretty cool. That's the crayon. I don't like the way that turned out, but I think that was me and my use of what kind of crayon I had. I think she actually used real crayons because then she used the resist to watercolor over. I don't have any real crayons. I still think this is my favorite. Where we watercolored, lifted it, and then traced it with one of the metallic gel pens around the inside of the stencil. Focus for Mama, please. There you go. I really like this one. I will be doing more of that, I can tell you. And this one was just watercolor on a sponge like Shannon Green did. Have to check out her video. And also check out Shannon's her Etsy shop. By Shannon Green, BY, by Shannon Green. Oh, I need to show you the exclusive. What can we do with this little rascal? This is done. Well, you know what? I'll just get out the jelly plate. Let's unleash the Kraken. Look how dirty this thing is. It's well loved over the years. I got to be mindful of the time because Dave's not home and Mr. Oakley is in the crate. J.L. Johnson. Janice, is that you? Yes, the JS ones are Jones. They're the first ones that are under my heading. But they are Jones. And she will get any commission for all of her stuff. She's just putting it under my heading so it's easier to find. It's aged. Yes, hello. It's so good to see you online. I hope you are doing great. You had a rough go there for a while, my friend. Got crunchies all around the... I think Gail is on vacation. I used my jelly plate until I was jelly plate blind. And then I just got so tired of using it, I moved on to something else. And that's the freebie for $50 orders or more. Oh, Kraken reminds you, Gala. This one would look cool, I think, with a like an ombre kind of a thing. Let's do that. I'm going to do. These are golden. I don't normally jelly plate with golden acrylics. Oh, that's excellent, Janice. You don't need heart surgery. God bless you. Oh, it was that and this blue green. I'm trying to remember. I used to do like an ombre kind of a gradient kind of a print. I forgot what colors I used. It's been so long. But I used to love this combination. That's really great news. I wonder why Kathy's went through. That's so weird, Gail. Well, just be patient. Try it again. If you have any problems, let me know. And Sherry will take care of it to make sure you get your order. And Ginger's not. So well, Gail's in the U.S. I was going to say it's an international thing, but Gail's not international. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this, and you know what? Let me put something dark under here. Maybe that'll help with focus and stuff. I don't know. We'll see. But what I'm going to do, oh, I see I'm so not used to jelly printing anymore. I need to move this stuff and get some paper out here to brayer off on. I'm telling you, lost my jelly printing mojo. All right, I'm going to keep this up in this corner. Oh, a squeaky brayer. Great. Need to oil these babies up. All right, and I'm going to brayer off some of the copper off my brayer. And this is a PBO Dynacolor. I'm going to do that last. This is phthalo turquoise golden fluid acrylic. And I'm going to put that down in this corner. Oh, that squeak. I know that drives people batshit crazy. And then I'm going to go last and get this PBO worked into both colors a little bit. And get a little of that shimmer going through there. And kind of gradient those colors together. CB, I'll have to save you these papers. I know how you love these. It's kind of thick there still, but we'll go with that. So this is the freebie, and it's called Freebie. So mine I made to fit the 8x10 jelly plate. So now you can see how that gradient is across there. And I'm going to try to pick this up on a piece of deli so I can use it for no Patti PayPal rejected. That's so strange. Well, just maybe try again tomorrow. Keep your items in your cart and try again tomorrow. I think I made this paper move a little bit. Accidentally slid on me, I believe. We'll see when I pick it up. And this deli is cool because you can see through it and see what needs more pressure to get the design to come out clear. You can see it through the paper. Hi, Angela. I'm just playing with some new stencils. I'm streaming for to show Joan Smithy's new stencil designs on iStencil.com, and we have a coupon code Joan25. You get 25% off the entire site. You get this stencil for free if you spend $50, and if you spend $75, you get a gift certificate for $10 against a future purchase. And if you're in the US and spend $50, you get free shipping. All right, let's see what we got here. You can see that PBO shimmer in there and the copper shimmer. And then it kind of gradients down into the phthalo turquoise a little bit, and then it's kind of like all turquoise down the bottom. You can't hate that. I like it right here where this copper bit started blending with the turquoise. It almost looks like a patina on copper. You know how it gets that greeny kind of turquoise color? Yeah, I always like this combo. Let me see if I can pick up another one. It still looks like a good bit of paint in there, enough to get a ghost out of it. Maybe not a full print, but you know, sometimes those partial prints are kind of groovy. Copper. You know what? The copper hardly ever comes up a second time. I don't know if it just dries quicker. But it's so cool. This kind of looks, it tricks your eye. I can see Cece making buildings out of these. She loves those cityscapes and stuff that she does. So I'm going to grab 2 pieces of deli. And I'll tell you why for the newbies. You guys know that I always do this. But I picked this up. I'm going to put, look how pretty the stencil is now. I'm going to put down 2 pieces because I want to pick up what's left on the plate and I want to clean off the back of the stencil. And I don't want to do it on one piece of deli because you can see through the deli and then it kind of like it gets kind of crappy blurry. So this way I get 2 prints on One use of elbow grease. So that's just cleaning my stencil off, right? That's all that does. Look how cool. I love a painted stencil. I am simple-minded that way, but you know, it's part of my charm. And then this one is just, I'll use that to clean off more stencils with as we go. And then this one is kind of cleaning up the plate a little bit. Right, and that's kind of the reverse of the other one. The PBO lusciousness. Right, so where am I going to put these to dry? I got too much of this paste stuff drying there. So I'm going to let this on there and let that start to dry. And we'll see what, oh, hell, and I just put my arm in that one. So that's good. Yeah, that's great. Put you up there. Nighty Lane. Thanks, Dot. So, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't put this black under here because now you can't see the design that's on the plate. Silly girl. Let's see. I'm going to do another. Let's do this one. This one is called Tribal Jigsaw. So let's put down, I only pulled out a few colors. I'm just going to dot a little bit of this around. This is Sennelier Abstract, and it's just called Purple. It's in these little squeezy pouch bags. Yeah, I know I'm getting close to 2 hours for Oakley. He can make it in the crate a lot longer than that. I just hate for the little thing to be in the crate all night and then out in the morning for a little bit of a run and eat and then back in while we're at work and then come back. And instead of being upstairs with them, I'm down here with you guys dreaming. Thanks, Terry. So this I'm just going to kind of make a mishmash. And when you're doing this, you don't want to over blend these because then you're going to end up with just a third color that's just solid. I want it to try to look splotchy with the both different colors. Let's try this. Well, Lisa, I'll be back on jelly plating tomorrow night at 9 and Saturday at 11 and Sunday at 2. So there's more to come. I'm just going to print these on deli paper for now because I don't have much cardstock. Oh, good, Kathy. That's funny that Kathy's went through. You must have the magic touch. And honestly, using cardstock, I don't make that. I used to make envelopes and matching note cards out of my jelly prints. I can show you some of those. And that's the only time I really use the cardstock pieces. Other than that, I'd like to try to use the it's pretty cool. So this, I'm just going to try to pick up on this other one I used already to clean off my stencil. Put that off there. And that's just my pickup sheet. Sometimes these at the end of the night look better than anything else. This, I get this deli paper. I don't know, Tamara, are you in the States? I get it from Sam's Online. And I get a piece of deli. And put my cleanup sheet back down there again. And just clean off whatever's on here. Oh, she's in the UK. I don't know, Joan, do you guys get this stuff over there? And here's the reverse. I think I like the reverse even better. I don't know. See the positive and the negative? Yeah, right, Joan. You picked it up when you came over. Yeah. Freezer paper. That's a lot thicker and it's waxier. I've never used it, but I wonder how that would resist. You know what I mean, Vern? I'm going to see all these little bits on the plate, shadows of all the other kind of good stuff on there. I'm going to, let's see, which one would look cool? What time is it? It's almost 9 o'clock. I'm just going to do a cleanup print for now. Let's use this one. And I think this is all pretty dry. You have to have a dry plate to do a good cleanup print. That's all pretty dry. And I'm going to use Tight and Buff. Tight and Buff. Paint named after the way I like my men. Jenny. Hi, Jenny. That's a new name. Welcome. So I'm going to take a little Tight and Buff, a little squidge of that on there. And you want this to be a thin layer. And because if it's not, all you're going to pick up is Tight and Buff. Actually, I'm going to take some of that off of there. Tell you, when I haven't used this for a while, I forget how little paint this really can take to do this. The queen of the paint wasters, which I hate. But you know what? What are you going to do? Okay, so now I'm going to pick that up on black. Ah, very sneaky, Jen. Hey, Jill. Well, I'm going to stream tomorrow night at 9 Eastern. Saturday at 11. Oh, very sneaky, Miss Potter. 11 on Saturday, 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. on Sunday. And for those that just came in, this Joan Smithy's on here. She's one of my mods. She's got a new line of stencils with iStencils, and there's a code, Joan25 is the product code. 25% off the entire iStencil site. Orders over $50 get this free stencil of mine and free shipping to the U.S. And orders over $75 get a $10 gift certificate to use against a future purchase. Look, I want to show you guys this, how this copper was from the very first print I did, but look how it's still picking up off the jelly plate in there. I love that part about the jelly plate. You just never know what you're going to get. Are you streaming after? Hey, Allie. Yep. Friday night, Saturday morning, Sunday afternoon. Tomorrow night at 9. Saturday at 11. And Sunday at 2. I don't know what's wrong with YouTube. Even when you click the bell on my channel, people aren't getting notifications when I go live. So cleanup print, I'm intentionally pushing this paper hard and longer than I would for a normal pickup because I want it to get all that wet Tight and Buff paint married to all those dry bits so it pulls it off and the plate's clean. All right, let me peek and see how it's doing. That ought to work. So now you can see the plate clean from my plate, right? All those shadows. Oh, you did get a notification today, CB. Oh, what do you know? It must be your dad to order. Oh, no, you didn't get to order, did you? Oh, you have to use Chrome to get the notifications. Okay. So anyway, here it doesn't look like much at a certain angle, but when you turn it, you can see all those different shadows, the copper from the first pull. I forget the name of this one. Tribal something others. Tribal jigsaws in there. I usually have a really dirty plate when I pick this up too. There's layers and layers and layers, and it comes out really cool. This one isn't one of my favorites because there's not that much to pick up, but it did clean my plate, so that worked. So, all right, guys, I'm going to sign off for tonight since I'm going to be streaming 4 days in a row. I'm going to try to keep them to maybe 2 hours. I really appreciate everybody joining me and supporting Joan and her new designs, and well, everybody on iStencil, because you can buy anybody's that you want. And here again, one more time, through midnight, Sunday the 16th. You get all that good stuff. So I'm going to sign off and go get Mr. Oakley and take him for a little walk outside. And we'll catch you guys later tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern. So 24 hours from right now. And I'll catch you then. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you hanging. Bye.